Okay, I was reluctant to make this video because I didn't think I was going to be able to. Yesterday was probably one of the hardest days of my life. What happened was to try and combat depression, I actually decided to, I guess in hindsight it was a dumb idea, to get dropped off out in the middle of, well, let's just say I haven't seen a car in 2 days at all. I haven't heard a sound. Well, I have seen one car and I'll get to that in a minute. Well, yeah, I came down and my idea was to set up a little camp and be by myself and see what happens if I figure out things in my own head and try and make things better. And yesterday I was crying pretty much from the moment I woke up. I was screaming when I woke up and discovered this, but then I was crying for the rest of the day. Okay, I was dropped off on Monday and slept fine. Woke up, I felt a bit lonely, but I was with my dog, and sadly it was just her and I that went out, and one of us is only going to make it back because the only car that I've seen in 2 days was a spotlighter. And what happened was they come in over there in the distance on that road, and I see them shining the spotlight, and I thought, oh, they must have seen a deer. And I hear them take a gunshot, and I thought, oh, they must have seen a deer and shot it, and then didn't think anything of it. It was loud, but I didn't think it came anywhere near me. Um, then I think there was two people in the car, in the ute, and one of them got out with a spotlight and he ran to this tree right here, which is that far away. And in my head, what I thought had happened at the time at night, it's about 11 o'clock at night, I thought that he had shot at something like a wombat or shot at a deer and come in to check, and then realised that he was really close to a camp and then ran away and dropped in the ute. I heard yelling and then they drove off, and I thought, well, he must have realised that he was shooting near a camp and, yeah, just got scared and drove off. And that was the last car I saw. Um, then what happened was I woke up in the morning. This is my bed here. And like the morning before, I was sitting in the exact same spot as the way I saw it. I woke up in the morning, I looked over at my clothes, and I called my dog's name, Brindle. And I came up, and I moved the clothes along. And that's where her chain is, and that's where her bed was. She had a massive hole in the side of her chest. It turns out that they had actually shot her, and the reason why he ran away and why they were yelling is the coward. He went back and he decided to drive off after he realised what he'd done. I don't even think he knew if he shot a person or not, because that was close and he saw it. And I had no idea that he had shot my dog until the morning. And I moved the clothes around and said, Brindle, come on. And I looked and her eyes were sunk into her head, and there was just a pool of blood. And I thought I must have done the chain up too tight. And then it clicked. They didn't shoot a wombat or a deer or anything. They'd actually shot my dog thinking it was a deer because of her eyes. But if you look, she was chained up right next to my bed. That very could have easily, and the distance that they shot at from all the way over there, probably can't tell from camera, but that is about nearly 100 meters. And if they had have missed by, say, where she was standing, she got up from her bed, which was probably 6 feet away from me, and she stood next to me, I think because she was scared. if they had have missed 2 foot to the left, they would have shot me through the fucking foot or the leg or something. Or if they were a really bad shot, they could have killed me. If there is any hunters watching this, I shouldn't have, but I've done spotlighting in the past. I've done a lot of hunting, and the thought of that happening is scary. But to just take precaution, you look. You bloody look. You see what's behind it. You make 100% sure. Look, the one dumb thing that they didn't think about is, so that fixed table and that fireplace, I didn't have the fire going, but this is a campground. There are 3 different campgrounds along this area, and anyone could have been camping in here. What if they had shot a little kid or something? I mean, that broke my heart, but what if it was a couple that had their daughter here and they saw the reflection of her eyes and shot her in the head? You just got to think, yeah, I'm still pretty upset, and I spent a lot of it yesterday crying, but now I'm just trying to come to grips with now this dog that I've had since I was little and has been my best friend now isn't going to come home. And I've buried her down here along the river. I put a chain up for her. So yeah, it's supposed to be 5 days to try and help myself relax, and the only person that came with me, or my best friend pretty much, is just, yeah, had a big gaping hole out of the side of her chest, and now I've got to try and deal with that. And like I said, there has not been a car, and I do not anticipate there being another car coming past. I thought there would be at least one car, like a parks ranger coming past, but no, there has been nothing. The one car I've seen shot my dog. So it's going to be a long couple of days. I think today's Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday. I'll do the same thing as today, reluctantly get out of bed because it's freezing fucking cold and I'm just still a little bit depressed. Make breakfast and continue building a hut. And yeah, Saturday morning I get picked up and I'm going to have to explain to my girlfriend and my daughter. My daughter was only not even 2 yet, and she loved Brindle, and she was her best friend as well. She's always hated dogs, like didn't ever want to get close to dogs, but she was actually starting to pat her. And I have to explain to them that she was shot. And the hardest thing is I can't tell anyone. There is no reception here. I can't call up. I have to wait. And I've thought, well, maybe there might be a car every now and again to wave at and say, I want to go home, but I can't. I'm stuck here. And that's the only thing that keeps you going, is you have to knuckle down and think, okay, this has to be done. You have to survive. You have to do this. In a way, in a horrible way, it's making me stronger, because no way in hell would I have expected it. I thought the worst thing that could happen on this trip is me being lonely with my dog. But when you realize and you wake up in the middle of the night hearing a sound and everything, having a dog there when there is no one around in hundreds of kilometers radius is a big thing. And now she's dead and it's just by myself. And yesterday morning and all through yesterday, I've never felt so alone in my life, realizing that there is days to go by myself and my dog is gone, my friend. So yeah, I'll probably make another video while I'm out here just to stop myself from going mental, because you got to think about it. I don't talk at all about the one voice I hear is I listen to the Joe Rogan's podcast at night time and have 1 or 2 drinks, and I'm almost out of rum, so that's going to be fun. And I sit near the fire and then I go to bed, but that's the only voices that I hear or anything like that, so to be able to talk to a camera is probably going to be a little bit therapeutic. Alright then, I'll end it on that happy note, and yeah, I'll probably make another video and just explain how I'm going, or maybe even when I get back, to give you an all-round sum up of the trip, which I can't see it being good. Alright, I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.